Good morning, everybody. Thank you, first of all, for inviting us here, Paul. It's very generous of you. Like Paul said, my name is Bastiaan Koekkoek. I'm the account manager for Digital Forge. It says BluePoint. I'm very well aware of that. BluePoint is one of our products, which I'm here today to talk to you about. As everybody else sees and agrees, there is a changing landscape in the way people work, the way people engage in their workspace, and how this is impacting the way buildings are being used and managed. From security to occupancy, to utilization. Sorry, I've forgotten to press this. And with an increase in flexible working spaces, we know less on how, where, and when people work. In addition, people's expectations are changing with regards to having a seamless digital experience. Node was talking about this earlier. And finally, privacy and data protection. So we know that obviously we are part of that, and we drive the change in how people access buildings, not only for staff but also visitors. After all, visitors is what for us is the main business and all about, because these are potentially your source of revenue in a building. If you have a pleasant experience as a visitor, you have a pleasant experience when you arrive on their floor, that might kickstart a good meeting. And that's why we've developed BluePoint. So BluePoint is a cloud-based smart visitor management solution. It's allowing visitors to benefit from fast and secure check-in. BluePoint is a multi-site and multi-tenant focused and can be deployed into any building very quickly. Occupiers can customize their visitor communications with their own branding and messaging, so their visitors start the journey from the moment they are invited, not when they arrive at the building. It's the same thing like when you book a hotel nowadays. They'll communicate with you beforehand. They'll tell you about what's going on in the local area. We allow you to do that. The same thing with BluePoint. BluePoint also empowers landlords, building managers, security and reception teams to make smart decisions on resourcing and efficiencies with real-time data on what the visitors' movement are and the tenant's usage is. As I said, any building, anywhere. So single occupier environments to the largest multi-tenanted building across the globe. We provide the products and support to manage large portfolios. So you get that overview from a single occupier to the building, to several buildings, to an entire portfolio. It's designed for everybody. We have to cater for our end users. We have to cater for the building managers, the landlords. So we need to make it as simple and as smooth as possible. And finally, there are no limitations with our growth. We house everything on our Microsoft Azure cloud-based infrastructure, which allows us to scale as rapidly as possible. Now, what does that look like in real life? Well, I'm going to show you a video about BluePoint. Live in City Point, which is in London, was one of our first buildings. To put that in perspective, that's a building larger than 400,000 square foot. And what some of the solutions BluePoint provided is a reduction of queuing at reception, quicker check-in due to a web-based portal that they used at the reception desk, and instant notification to hosts when their visitors arrived. So no need to pick up the phone and say, your visitor's here. But that person might never pick up that phone, so that visitor might have been waiting. So I'll show you that now and see what that does. So you can use BluePoint from anywhere you like on your mobile phone. Just create a calendar invitation. It's as simple as that. We do that every day. Your visitors will receive the notification. They'll have an email with a QR code on it. That QR code helps them identify at the reception. So no need to say your name multiple times, how to spell it. The QR code will identify who you are, who you're here to see at what time, and that QR code can then become active on your phone to use on the speed gates to get through. So no need for a plastic pass, no need for a badge with a QR code or whatever. No need to wait for security to open the gate for you. And CityPoint are so ahead of their time that nowadays they will allow you to go through the speed gate straight away without having to come to the reception. So your QR code becomes active on the speed gate, you scan it, it opens, and notification is sent automatically. And that's what BluePoint does. That's the strength of the solution. As you can see, we can communicate directly to say, hey, your meeting has changed. Let's go to another area. Let's wait for that to finish before I click. Partnerships is the next thing I want to talk to you about. So I think we would have been in a completely different position than we are right now if we tried doing it all ourselves. Visitor management is one part of it. It's very important to us to work together with other companies like Equium, companies like Gallagher's Access Control. So CityPoint, for example, they have an legacy on-site access control system that we would need to use to be able to open those gates. You scan something, the gate opens, right? You need an integration with that. And you can only do that with people that want to work with you. We come across many businesses that see us as a threat, especially when it comes to access control systems, but we're not. We're there to increase the potential of their own system. We're there to increase the security of the business as well. And I think the latest thing that we've been doing with Equium is we have we're working together on several projects where they are using our API. So BluePoint not only becomes its separate portal, no, it actually gets integrated into the Equium portal. So tenants and hosts don't have to log into several portals. They can literally go in their own community portal, want to invite someone, just type the name, type the date and time, and in they are. Branded email gets sent out, all done. They can still use the calendar option if they wanted to, but this is something that we work on to improve both our services, to offer a one-stop shop, one solution for everything. BluePoint has been tried, tested, and is trusted. Our first multi-tenanted building launched in 2015. Like I said, that was City Tower. We've had a year-on-year growth, and over the last 3 years, we've had 102 new sites. In addition, I am very confident that 2019 will be a fantastic year for us. We've got interests from all different areas, not only just in the UK and London, but we're rapidly growing across Europe and looking to expand into the US. There are 101,000 registered users in BluePoint, which are all using this solution on a daily basis, and we've had over 3 million visitors experience BluePoint. When it comes to real estate, it's 11 million square foot and over, counting every single day, adding more clients to our list, and we are currently also working with one of the largest high street retailers in London, well actually the UK, who use all our services. And that takes me to the next slide about us. Now, why do I start with about us at the end? It's because, like I said, our company is Digital Forge. We've created 3 products, of which BluePoint is one. Reach is our integrating software that can connect everything together, and Abacus is our people counting solution. And the large retail provider that uses all our solutions gets that data into one area, cloud-based. They can access that anywhere, anytime, and with that data they make decisions based on facts. So how many visitors came through the door? How many people came through the door? What can I do with that data? I need access in this store, but I've only got access maybe in a store in London. Well, we'll just update it. But we don't have to actually physically be there to update the access control system. We can do that remotely. So they have now been able to scale down on the security rooms that they had across the UK. They've got now one central location based in London where they manage all their UK sites. And we think that's a fantastic result, and that just tells you how good it is to have all these systems working seamlessly together. We are, and this is quite, I have to quote this from my colleague Corey Lee, head of marketing there. We're based in Bristol, the Silicon Gorge, for the ones that don't know this. Beautiful city, Bristol. We're also London based, but that's where everything, the ideas, the heart, and the love comes from. We look forward to working with you, and if you are interested in learning more about what our products could do for you, please come and meet me later on, me or Corey, who's sitting there as well. And if you want, you can scan that QR code, QR based, so that will take you to our website, and otherwise please just email us on sales@bluepoint.uk.com. Thank you for listening to me. Thanks for being here today, and I wish you a good and enjoyable day for today. Thanks.